well. So excited to see how far they could take it. Unfortunately, they got to match up so early in losers, but just a testament to how stacked this bracket is.
I think this is such an interesting matchup on like a personal level almost, because VoiD and Leffen really are two sides of the same coin, I feel. They tackle so many different games in so many different ways, and both of them win, you know? Like, they are smashers who go into several different fields and get results, and here they are meeting in Rivals 2. It felt inevitable. I think it's a beautifully poetic match.
I love the way you described that, Jacob. Both EVO champions, too, like to point that out.
That's true.
You know, don't discount VoiD's multi versus EVO win, all right?
That's multi versus champ right there.
Exactly, bro.
They are both EVO winners in platform fighters.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
And I guess Leffen has the edge. Traditional fighter EVO winner as well.
Yeah, he's got 2.
Yeah, he's got 2.
2 of them things, not
So
bad.
2 in 2 games, though. Also insane.
Yeah, VoiD was talking a bit about this yesterday, how Forsburn's recovery's on paper weak, but he has to just be tricky, bring out clones, bring out smoke up the stage, and it looks different for our perspective than Leffen's.
Yeah, those darts were kind of pristine.
Yeah.
Messed up VoiD a little bit.
Really clearing out the smoke. And also, I have not seen a player at this tournament better at abusing the ledge than Leffen, which I think is going to be so volatile against Forsburn specifically.
Now, his back air with Ranno, like, he does that shit like no one else.
Yeah.
He does that shit like he's already has like a formula for it.
Yeah, he's the only person I've seen edge guard a fleet. So
yeah.
if he can do that, I think he can get Forsburn too.
That's very true, but good God, bro. The combinations every time from Ranno, always so electric, but VoiD striking back very quickly here.
Yeah, still close. Now, VoiD also talked yesterday. He was like, he has an anger meter in his heart. And if it gets high enough, he will switch from Forsburn to Fleet.
Yeah.
But right now, Forsburn, it looks like he can do it.
Remember in the crew battles, like every single time, what was his go-to option that set him up for success so many times? That dare, bro. He exploits dare so well with this character, very consistently.
Yeah, he like double jump, falls with clone. That usually nets an opening. And then if he gets him off stage, like the dare will be out.
That downer is meant to be exploited, not by VoiD, but by anyone. He does it so well.
Yep.
But,
up strong. There we go.
Good read.
It feels like Leffen has just been so commanding in the game, yet VoiD still sneaks out just like random 50% combo, random kill. But it has felt like Leffen's in the driver's seat more so than otherwise. And then this last stock, VoiD's kind of coming alive.
100%.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah, bit of a shoe on the other foot.
Ooh, I think he got deceived right there. I think he hit the clone not knowing another was out.
Did he miss his damn bubble?
Is that what happened there?
Yeah. But before that, we saw, Ranno's honestly pretty hard to edge guard too, at least in the current Rivals too, and we saw VoiD didn't have much trouble with it.
No.
I mean, between the bubble mix-ups and the up special, like you can really kind of juke your opponents pretty well, but VoiD, you could tell. So VoiD really has something solid going for him in this particular matchup because he plays Mars so much. Mars not as good as Leffen with Ranno, but still, like you're getting really quality matchup experience in that regard.
Yeah, I promise you, VoiD has more Ranno experience than Leffen has Forsburn experience too. The character is just much more niche.
Dan, you said this version?
This version what?
I'm sorry, I heard you say Ranno is hard to edge guard at this.
Yeah, how easy was he to edge guard Rivals 1?
Is it talking about a future version, a past version?
I'm in the, I operate everywhere, man. I'm in the past, I'm in the future.
It's so funny you picked up on that.
I'm in an alternate universe.
Yeah, you're not on a horizontal timeline. Yeah, I see. You're on a multiverse shit. You're an Arcane, I get you.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Right now.
That first game, by the way, he didn't combust once.
He did not.
He didn't get a single combust kill or...
Yeah, VoiD likes to stay at the 2 stacks, which I do agree is the better way to play Forsburn, because you always want to be one away from having combust on the table, and oh my god, yeah, that backer takes it out. It's just the angle of that too.
Yeah.
Takes out the stocks, but...
Dude, and then he smokes that shit out. He might have the best in-between stock, like, thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I think most people, it's like, oh, let me just go to the ledge or go to a platform and hold shield.
Yeah.
He smokes that shit out.
It also gives him time in future interactions, because whenever Leffen throws Forsburn inevitably off stage, he kind of has to give up stage to clear the smoke a little bit, you know?
Oh, I love that combination.
He's an edge guarder.
Oh.
That fair does it all, baby.
I think VoiD is trying to upbeat into the smoke and just slightly miss somehow.
Yeah, Forsburn's recovery, even in Rivals 1, is tough because there's lots of ways to KO yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's had some timing miscues on that before, but just kind of Rears its head.
I don't know how that. The clone juked me out in ways that I'll never recover from.
Yeah, but I think another reason why you never really see VoiD with full combustion outside of now is that as you can
wow.
just let it rip.
Is that an anti-air bust?
I'm shocked that didn't kill.
I feel like the kill power is all about the angle.
Yeah,
right? Like you want the horizontal angles with that move.
Yeah, as opposed to up top.
Yeah. Sometimes the down and out, that is the most brutal angle you can do with it.
Yeah, because it just kind of just send in a straight line.
Right.
Yeah.
You can kill off the top, but you got to be like dead center.
And you got to be up with them maybe too.
Yeah, combo them up.
That and Zed or Shine, both like two omnidirectional hitboxes. You can really have your way with them.
This would be kind of brutal if Leffen lost this game, and then it's just 2 counter picks from VoiD.
Staring down that 0-2 barrel is never what you want to be at. So Leffen got to clutch up on his counter pick. Whiffs on the back air. Let's see what we got here.
And also, Leffen, we all agree, kind of was the favorite going into it, but clearing out the smoke.
So that he just choked that, right?
No.
No, he back aired the smoke cloud he went for.
Oh.
Yeah, so the counter play is because if Forsburn uppies into smoke, he gets to uppie again or do anything again.
Right.
And Leffen read that, saw that where the smoke was positioned, just kind of threw that back air, not to hit the Forsburn, but to clear out the smoke.
Dude, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I thought he just whiffed a back air and then VoiD upbeat into nothing, and I was like, what an idiot.
That's a lot of smoke control, and that's one of kind of VoiD's main mix-ups off the stage like that. So.
I will say Forsburn is a menace for commentary because, so I programmed the original Forsburn clone. I would go to tournaments and watch Cake and be like, I would get mixed up. I'm like, I would get
got deceived.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, there's a lot to keep up, but it kind of fits the original goal. Like the whole goal of him was like deception as a character. So a lot of it is tricking and hiding.
Which is tricky because I feel like a lot of times deception is based off like distracting you with information from like other characters. So like it happens more often like 5v5 games. In a 1v1 where you only have to focus on one other person, it seems like it would be too hard to be deceived.
I think we can all agree.
Especially with the shared screen.
Yeah.
When you first saw Forsburn, we were like, how does anyone fall for
that back air would have been nasty.
And then you watch someone like VoiD in the driver's seat, and how do you not fall for it?
And right there, he just used the needles to clear the smoke. Is that the idea?
Yeah, there he didn't have a cloud close enough too. So like what Cake would do sometimes is like you reset there and then you just try to get to the wall. Because you can just up be in place if you're in a cloud to like kind of just stall and give yourself more time.
Yeah, holding it against Ranno is not the best play. What do you want to do there?
But back air fair just so disgusting, and
because so much of competitive Rivals rides on the wall, right? So just falling with that soft back air to give you such a beautiful angle to set up for any one of Ranno's massive moves, mainly forward air. And before I can even finish that, VoiD takes a stock back.
I will say VoiD is so good at calling out the up B. Like I think Leffen's going to stop doing the dive kick because like I think he's gotten hit or killed pretty much every time he's gone for it.
He's just matched with the back air perfectly spaced.
Yeah, and that's, like you said, experience from playing against Ranno's to be able to get that timing down.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of characters in Rivals that suffer from this, but Forsburn uppie is pretty much the last thing he ever wants to do.
Yeah.
If you can make it back to stage, I think Maple suffers from the same thing with like Tether, right? Where it's never your first option.
Yeah, that's not the optimal.
Yeah.
On the same page there.
So every time I see Forsburn uppie, I feel like there's already a panic state in play.
Like Arcane going to the puddle?
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude.
I got deceived.
Me too. I thought that was the end of the match.
Yeah.
It might be.
It just makes the death noise.
I feel like someone's definitely put their controller down once the clone died.
Got him.
That's why Maple has an interesting matchup, because she can mark the real one.
It goes through, yeah.
It's kind of like just delaying the inevitable right now for VoiD on these recoveries. Yeah, I mean,
181 is high.
Yeah,
I won't lie. That's a lot of...
If it was last stock, we'd be in an intense situation right now, but I feel like Leffen's got this one wrapped up, bro.
I think Leffen is also doing such a good job at simply not getting tricked.
Yeah.
Which is, I would say, half the matchup.
All of his edge guards are essentially just like kind of rinse and repeat, right? You don't need to do anything fancy here at this position.
But he just seems to always know where the clone is, where VoiD wants to go. And he's, I mean, even last game we even saw him get rid of the smoke, but he seems to be tracking VoiD with no indication, just as an intellectual player like he is, where VoiD wants to go, and he knows it.
Yeah, and he's playing patiently too. He's had a couple of times where like I know myself, like I'm thinking of me playing, I would have let go a ledge and tried to hit an aerial.
Yeah.
And he waits and actually hits VoiD as opposed to.
It's good to be super disciplined, man. When you're that disciplined, it does make it so even though he does have that kind of wonky mix-ups at times, like, nah, you're just not going to fall for it, man. Super seasoned player, goes up 2-1 on VoiD. Looking to put it away, running it back to Julesville.
Damn!
I think Leffen also has a very unique approach to Ranno. Because I think it's such an overwhelming character that just rushes you down. But similar to like his Fox, it just feels like it's so methodical and only approaches when it is the correct time to
Might
do
be dead,
so.
yeah.
He's much more
I feel
concerned
that
about
too.
holding center stage than
Yeah.
pushing an advantage.
Yeah, Leffen neutral always reminded me of like fencing, you know?
Yeah,
always
sure.
trying to push the opponent off without even really throwing out a move at all.
Dan, did you program Ranno's fair as well? Is that you? That-
You know, so like there's a team now and a lot of people. If you like it, yeah, I did that.
Right on,
and
right
if
on.
you didn't, you know, it might have been Trevor, could have been someone else.
There's just a lot of people in the game.
yeah.
A lot of moving parts at this point, man. No doubt about it.
Isn't it nice that you have people to blame now?
Hey, Trevor's the gameplay lead, so you know, there's times where I gotta ask for something, and Trevor's like, well, "I'm not doing that," and I'm like, "All right, let me think about it some more. Come back to you."
You pay him to make the tough decisions, like.
Oh,
There you go.
interesting. Got the smoke,
back
used
air,
the
that's it.
combustion, did not matter though.
Yep.
Boyd
Ball
was
fair.
getting cheeky with it.
Yeah, this is dangerous though. This is tournament life on his last stock. It just feels like this is also such a great matchup for Leffen
Uh-huh.
because it's actually a character he can edgeguard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is, I mean, I've seen Leffen just destroy Zetterberg time and time again, and it feels like this is just an extension of what he does to them.
Oh, wow. Crazy
There we
pickup
go.
on that.
Boyd.
There we go.
Basically tying it up.
Yeah.
This is last stock on VoiD's tournament life right here.
I feel like to see him rally a little bit, force a game 5.
I'd like to see him try combust, like killing on stage. Like it feels like his main kill options outside of that last stock was meeting him with the back air when he recovers. But you have to do a lot of work to get in that spot.
Right. Very fair.
But I think we can all agree the biggest deficit to VoiD right here has just been Leffen holding the ledge.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it is just so hard for him to do anything against that. Not even just VoiD, but just the character, I feel.
I mean,
suffers
Ranno's
from that.
aerials are just so godlike for like these kind of positions to be in.
Yeah, and his lingering nair
What?
and back
What?
air and
His
needle.
clone made it back?
Yeah.
That's loyalty, bro.
Damn. That's great.
Boyd had a sick recovery though that we like just barely missed. He went
Yeah.
for the lower cloud there.
Yeah.
Did you see that? And the
Yeah.
top one got popped. So
Yeah.
like that.
Leffen threw out the needle to block up the top one.
Yeah, but he still was at that point. He's really low, so you got to get back to the ball.
Left, hop on.
He did it.
That was stressful.
Was it? Why? It felt like you were in control, actually.
I've been struggling like this event with like getting in my own head and like thinking about like what will I say after the win? Like you know, you just like dumb shit like oh
Yeah.
this character's getting nerfed, you know, like stuff like that. Like
You're thinking about your tweets in game?
sometimes.
That's not good.
I think everyone does it a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone I talk to has like a little bit of that like, oh, this would be a really nice win for me. Like
Right.
Um,
I mean, that's the ultimate difference between like competitors who win on a consistent basis and ones who maybe
Do
crumble.
you
For sure.
come into that mentality at the start of the match, or is it kind of when you feel like you are likely to win?
sometimes it can be a bit of both. So I think it's good to remind yourself like, why does this win matter? Because that was a little bit of me where I'm like, yeah, can I win this event over the Fleeting Cracks? Probably not, but why do I want to give it my all for this specific match?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, you know, he beat me in Cruise. I beat him in the World Series Gamer event, but he beat me in the Gauntlet at World Series Gamer event.
Yep.
That was a lot of money I lost.
Yep.
So like, use that as an extra bit of fuel to like lock in. But then once you get that early kill in game 4 and you're like two stocks away, 1 stock away, then it can get in your head like, yes, I did it. Like,
Right.
you can't.
But
think
you
that way.
haven't done it yet.
So I was able to compose myself, but I think I gave away some early, like, easy stocks after getting a lead,
Yeah.
like multiple times during that set. So that's what I need to fix, like, just like not even think about it, just like one more stock, because the momentum swings in this game are so like they're so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun set. I can't wait for our next one. I'm sure, like, with the patches and everything, like, Forsburn, Ranno will be a bit closer, because right now I do feel like Ranno wins. I do feel like
It looks like that.
Is it just off the edge guarding? Because like it seemed like that was where you were really
I
locking
think
him down.
the edge guarding was probably a bit extra because VoiD probably isn't used to someone edge guarding like me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I usually like edge guard among the best here. So I think he like probably didn't stay away from the edge often enough and stuff like that. But yes, like the edge guarding is definitely part of it. But Forsburn can also edgeguard Ranno really well.
Okay.
Not really necessarily at like
he
game
was doing it a
percents, but-
bit.
Yeah,
He was
not
back
at game
airing you.
percents, but to get kills,
Yeah.
it's very, very viable.
Well, you're still in bracket, and I think was it you that said yesterday you're going to try to beat everyone that's not a Crag here?
Have a Crag or Fleet?
Crag and
Crag
Fleet.
and Fleet.
And next I have a Crag or a Fleet. But
Oh, so well, it was a great tournament experience.
no.
crazy,
No.
bro.
Because on the other side, there's a chance that the winner of Plup and Rongonshu beats one of the fleeting Crags. So I have to make it to lose to semis to beat them in case they beat the Crags.
Okay, all
Then
right.
I'm done.
So you have to beat a Cragger Fleet just to make sure you beat the non. I understand.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So you want to
now.
be the best non-Cragger Fleet
That's
player.
what I did at Don't Park on the Grass. Yeah.
And in your mind, it's a way to compartmentalize. Like, well, those characters in your head are bullshit.
I
So
mean,
you're gonna win.
I'm gonna try, obviously.
Right.
But I realized that matchup is very hard. So that's like my sub goal. The great goal is obviously to win the tournament, which
Right.
is still possible. But I realized that needs me to play perfect, and you can't always expect that. If that happens, that's great. But I'm not gonna put pressure on myself.
I like
to play at
5th
that level.
place being like a modified gold medal too.
Yeah.
4th place.
Yeah,
Fourth place,
Fourth
place,
place,
fourth
fourth
place,
place.
fourth
Top
place.
four, top four.
All right. Well, hey, you're still in. Get some practice and good luck.
Good luck.
It's like a shoot for the moon, but also shoot for just like a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you land on the star.
Forsburn sucks.
Are you switching to Fleet? Is that the 100%?
No,
Why not?
because I like Forsburn. It's not my fault he sucks.
And you never know what's going to happen next patch.
Boyd, I have a question. Whose fault is it?
What the heck, boy?